Hey there, friends on YouTube. It's the JTL. I am back again, and today I have got something exciting. First off, I'm finally on the other side of my cold. Pretty much. It's been a crazy week and a half of having a cold and feeling like crap, but let's not get into that. What do I have for you today? Well, today I've got a video. Right? Yes. Headphones. Gaming headphones. A gaming headset. What is it? Razer Man O War. Yeah, I picked these up a couple of weeks ago and have been checking them out since then. I gotta be honest, when I picked these up, I've kind of been looking at them on the shelf for a while, and I expected very little out of these because I've tried a couple of Razer headsets in the past, and I really have not liked them. They have not been good. The Razer Kraken has been very popular, and I think part of that is because of its price structure. Less than $100 generally is a pretty good price range. TLDR, didn't expect much. Even getting them out of the package. Now, here they are. Even getting them out of the package, I was not expecting much. They're lightweight, for sure. They look like they might be open back, but they're not. They've got nice round foam ear pads here with a pleatherette. A very supple pleatherette at that. They are, but they're plastic. And they feel plastic and they feel kind of creaky. And I noticed that one of these little buttons in here that holds the headset onto it keeps sticking out, and I keep poking it back in. I never like these sort of round openings because I find that, I sometimes find that I have ears that are too big to go in that hole. And so I just wasn't expecting them to be that comfortable or to be that good. Have I said that already? I've said that already. I've used these in a lot of different settings. I've used them on console. You can't use them on the Xbox One, which is kind of a drag. And there's no plugs. There's no way to plug this thing in with a wire. So there's no way to use it with the Xbox One. It does work fantastically out of the box for the PlayStation 4. Just plug it in, select it as your in-out. The old in-out, boys. And then just go ahead and start using it. And on the PC, same deal. You plug in. It's got. Let me show you this. See, this is convenient. They know you want to travel. They know you want to hook up to other people's computers, and so they give you this gold-plated dongle. It's a gold-plated dongle. Oh, dongle. 2.4 gigahertz dongle. Sticks right in here. Has a little spring-loaded action thing. You just pull it right out. And then when you want to, you push it back in. And so on that front, pretty cool. Pretty cool. They're good. So what else do we have here? On this side, we have chat up and down. No. This side is volume up and down. And it has a little pushy buttony thing that mutes, I believe. On this side, I'll put it in the comments below, or you can go to the Razer website and find out. On this side, is there anything else on this side? Oh yeah, the dongle. And then on this side, we've got up and down volume button for the mic, which comes out like that. It goes back in. Up and down for the mic. Oh yeah, up and down for the mic. And the one thing this also presses up and down, and I have used this quite a bit because I had a cold and I didn't want to cough in the ears of my clanmates. So you press this, it mutes. You press it again, it unmutes. The microphone lights up red to tell you when you're muted, and you can just see it right out of the corner of your eye, so it works well. And this button works well. It's very convenient once you get used to reaching for it. This is your power button. You hold it down like so. It flashes a little bit, and then it tells you that it's on. And right now, it's flashing green, which means I need to charge. And I don't know if you can see this in all this fancy studio lights, but it's got RGB chroma, so it's all super gamer fancy. Yeah, you can plug this into your computer. You can, with the Razer Synapse software, work with the lighting pattern. You can load different profiles for surround sound and footsteps and all that kind of stuff. I don't ever use any of that stuff, whether I'm on PC or not. I want my games to sound good, like I like everything else to sound good, and I find any kind of EQ sound profiles make everything sound like crap. So I don't use it. And yeah, so the microphone, like I showed you before, it extends out. It's nice and bendy. You don't have to get it super close to your mouth. It just works nicely. And I've actually really enjoyed the sound quality of it. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, you know that I'm a big sucker for what they call side tone, or I just call it monitoring my own voice because that's what it really is. But this side tone is just basically feeding some sound from your microphone back into your headset so you can hear yourself talk and you're not screaming at the top of your lungs. And this has a nice side tone. There's no adjustment for it that I've been able to find yet, but what there is really quite nice. And it's just enough that you can hear yourself, but you're not overpowering anything or not covering anything up. It does turn flat like this, so you could lay them over your head, which I'm not going to do right now. And I will say, having done it a couple of times when I needed to get up and go to the bathroom, they are big and bulky, and having them on your chest looks like you're wearing some sort of bikini appendage thing. They're very large. And that's one of the downsides of these things, I guess. I mean, what do I like? Well, no, let's finish. Let's finish doing the walkthrough. So we talked about the pleatherette, very soft, very nice. It's got the Razer right up here, embossed on the headband. It's got leatherette on the headband as well, very soft. These things don't hurt your head at all when you're wearing them. Because of the leather, your ears do sweat some, but in the wintertime, they'll be kept nice and toasty. Yeah, it's some shiny plastic, some matte plastic, a lot of plastic. These adjust to like gargantuan head size. They are huge. I can look right through them. They're huge. In fact, I have a relatively large head, so my wife says. And I don't even adjust them down at all. This is the standard, number one position with no adjustment whatsoever. And this is where I use them, and they fit quite nicely. So if you need to use more than that, more power to you. You have a giant cranium, and that's cool. No judgment. Now let's talk about the sound. This is the place where, I kind of knew what to expect in terms of build quality, etc., etc. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I pointed out that these are not open-backed, although they do have this little, pitted, meshy thing here that gives the illusion of open-backedness, but they're closed. So it's just a cosmetic deal, and that's cool. That's nice. They are quite classy in comparison to a lot of the other Razer headsets in terms of their looks. I would actually say that having looked at the SteelSeries Elite 800 or SteelSeries H wireless, and I'm still going to review those things, even though I think SteelSeries is like crap in the bed as a company. They don't seem to be getting any of their stuff into the stores and yada yada yada. And now there's the H wireless and the Elite 800 or whatever it's called, and they're the same thing, but I don't get it, and they don't explain it. So whatever. These seem to be fashioned in a sense after the H wireless in terms of their build and their look. You can see a little bit of Astro in here. You can see a little bit of SteelSeries in here. So the real test, after looking at the cosmetics, the real test is how do they sound? And like I said, that's where I thought they were going to fall apart. But honestly, for games, it sounded great to me. They were punchy. They had, a decent enough amount of high end, but not so much that it was going to hurt your ear bones or anything like that. They weren't super bass heavy, and I used them mostly on the PS4, playing Battlefield and playing No Man's Sky. It was a nice even EQ, and I could hear everything I wanted to hear. My mic was working great. People could hear me. I could hear them once I got that adjusted right. And I also spent a good bit of time. I took them to my office with me and used them as my sort of daily driver headphone in the office, music or videos or whatever. Music was actually pretty nice with these, surprisingly so. They're not $500 headphones. They're $169 headphones. And that's not really what they're focused on. Like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time with hooking them up to the computer and trying the different sound profiles because that's not my bag. If that's your bag, that stuff is out there, and I'm sure you'll find something to please yourself. Please yourself. And if you want to leave comments about how I didn't do a complete review because I don't care about that stuff, well, okay. It's a free country. But honestly, at the end of the day, they sounded great in games. They were pretty darn good with music and other various things. They're wireless, and I found the distance away from my TV I could get was probably about 25 feet or into the next room in my house before sound cut out. And so you're never going to be that far away from your computer or your TV and still playing the game. It's only when you have to use the bathroom. And if you have to use the bathroom, take them off and put them down, because your friends don't want to hear you doing what you're doing in the bathroom. Okay? That's just how it is. As much as I thought that I wasn't going to like these, they sound good, they're built relatively well, they work the way that they're supposed to, they're relatively comfortable if you don't mind getting hot ears. Like I'm getting hot ears right now with these Sony MDRs. And that's just part of life when you're wearing leatherette headphone pads. What I didn't like was the kind of janky, possibly not so awesome construction. They are sort of cumbersome. The ear pods here are large. They are large. They are in charge. Here's the box. I showed you the box. They come with this extension that you can use to plug them into your computer, your whatever, and plug in the dongle. I haven't found a need to use this because I can plug it into my computer, which is right beside me. I can plug it into the PlayStation, which is right across the room. I don't need the extra cable, but I appreciate that they provide it. There's also a longish mini micro USB to charge it, which I'm gonna have to dig out and use. You open it up and it says, "Welcome to the cult of Razer." I don't remember what happened the last time I joined a cult. Yada yada yada. Nothing particularly surprising. If you've ever opened a Razer product, be gone from me, box. But overall, if you're looking for something to purchase that is not over $200 and is wireless, if you've seen, as I said, some of my other videos, I've $125 I spent on the Turtle Beach piece of crap 500s, and they were awful. It's funny. My most viewed video is also the video that has the most thumbs down, the most hate comments, and it actually has more thumbs down than thumbs up last time I checked. It just goes to show, say that you hate something and people will hate you back. But if you're looking for something that's not quite $200 and it's wireless and it works well and it sounds pretty good, unfortunately it's not cross-platform soup to nuts, but PlayStation 4, PC works like a charm. I've not had a single problem in almost 3 weeks of using them, and I've enjoyed just about every moment of that usage. And I can't believe that I'm saying this about Razer, but I will say it. They're worth a buy. So congratulations, Razer. And that's all I got for today. So anyway, this is like a 17-minute video now. If you've been watching this whole time, more power to you. Until the next time, this is the JTL, and I'm out.